Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast. We're back. I feel a little rusty because I can't even talk now because we haven't done this in a couple weeks. We had a little scare, but we're all good to go now. But glad you're here. We got Jason with us as always. Say hello, Jason.
I'm still alive.
And sadly, we have dude, genuinely, you make me laugh harder than a lot of the other comics that I see locally here. We have Josh Elric. Say what's up, Josh.
Hey, man. Nice to see everybody.
Yeah, and you, sir, have a mustache. That's a mustache on your face.
Is
that new?
Yeah. It's brand new, and I'm just
Defend
bored.
that mustache. That's what people say when they see you with a mustache. Are you a cop or a kid toucher?
Oh,
Legally, you have to be one now.
no, I just got bored with the beard. You know, that's just all it is. It's just boredom. That's all it is. It's a sign of depression when I have mustache. That's all it is.
A little upset you hadn't noticed my mustache growing in.
Yeah, that's because you have like a 12-year-old boy's mustache. It's like stubble.
You know, I actually, it got really thick over the last couple of weeks, and it just got to the point it irritated me so much I had to take like a guard to it and just hit it all off nicely.
I can't
See, I let the tips grow down. You know. Like,
So how long did that one take you?
it was probably 3 weeks around there.
Okay. I was about double this, if you can imagine, where it starts to look like actual hair and
Yeah.
not just pokey out stuff. But and it took me about a month.
Yeah.
Yours looks much more.
See,
I got a tombstone look.
I have a
That's
problem. I can't just shave with a regular razor. I have to use like clippers, like you cut your hair with, or something like that.
Fucking
Like
machete.
seriously, yeah, I have to use like a chainsaw. My facial hair is so thick. I'm not bullshitting. When I use a razor, even with hot water, I've done all the stuff to lather. I know all the tricks. I even do it in the shower with hot water pouring on it. Feels like it's ripping hair out of my face because I've got like bristles from a broom growing out of me. It looks like a tusk. Like you see that movie Tusk,
Yeah.
or like a walrus, and that's what it looks like. My facial hairs are so thick, like I have to shave a week prior to going down on a chick, or I'm going to tear her thighs up.
I've brushed my hand against your face on accident, and it's like a sugarcane bamboo stalk fucking.
Yeah, and that wasn't an accident. That's why I put a restraining order on you, and we didn't do an episode for 2 weeks. But he says he's better now. So
See, what you need to get is you need to get like dog hair trimmers. Like the first time I ever bought trimmers, I accidentally bought dog hair trimmers, and that's where it's at.
They don't
Like,
play.
That's the smooth thickness.
Really?
You need. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, smooth as a dog's sack.
Yeah.
Why were you going to shave a dog's testicles? Is that what
I
they're
mean, it
for?
was like a dual purpose. It was like
Oh.
if I'm gonna get into bestiality, I'm gonna like do it right.
the duality of bestiality.
Yeah, I want him good down there and me good down there.
No, I'm
Like,
glad.
is this your dog? I'm like, how did you know? Just, like dicks out in a park.
You guys look alike. I see the resemblance.
Yeah, we both went lightning bolt. Yeah.
That's a Nazi tattoo. Don't shave that into your chest again. She's like, man, your chest is just as smooth as your dog's balls. Also, remember to spay and neuter your pets.
Thanks, Bob Barker.
How long have you been doing stand-up, Josh?
Constantly like 3 years. So,
3 years?
Yeah.
Right on.
Years, yeah.
You've genuinely, like I said, you genuinely make me laugh sometimes. Like, you're one of the sets I can still watch at open mic. It's hard for me to sit in and watch an open mic, and I know sometimes, like, your friends ask you, but...
I never watch in like the room. It's rare. Like if I'm
Yeah.
in there, it means I am up in 2 to 3 people. That is it. Like I got bored with watching stand up like 6 months into doing it.
Yeah. I space specials out. If it's something like if it's Dave Chappelle or someone I really want to see, I'll watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm like, let me wait a little. I can't watch too many in a row. But yeah,
Scott Crisp is the exception. That's the one guy that I'm going to jump in.
Yeah.
He's genuinely better than everybody.
I fucking love Scott. I've worked with him. So
Yeah.
I love Scott so much. He's hilarious. His stories are so good.
Oh yeah.
So planned out. But yeah, I can't do it. Like I've gotten off stage at open mic, and I'll have other comics ask me like, "Oh, how'd your set go?" or whatever. Like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't go in and see you." I'm like, why? I don't want you in there.
Like if you're not a stranger, I don't really
Yeah.
care if you saw my set.
Yeah, exactly.
It means nothing. There's all this weight of my friendship with everybody that affects
You
my set.
Exactly. You complimented me once, and now all your compliments are dead to me. I don't need them
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
I want new
I
compliments.
won your favor. I don't really care about this now.
Yeah. I don't want to clean my old shoes. I want new shoes. Man, that's great. Hey, do you have some questions for us, Jason?
Well, yeah, since you guys have such a good chemistry together, it sounds like. You know.
That's actually why I brought you here. This is a ploy just to fuck you. This mic isn't on.
Yeah, they can't see, but this is actually just a script they've had me read off of.
You guys are sitting really close to each other. That's,
Yeah.
you comfortable?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I would like to hear you guys describe each other only using lines from songs.
Lines from songs?
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of funk lately, so give it to me, baby.
Oh, Oh man, I don't listen to music. I'm not one of those people. I just listen to like Fleetwood Mac. So big love.
There's only a few of you out there.
The Chains. I
Yeah,
love the Chains.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Big Love. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah,
and
it's a lot of sex noises in it too at the end. It makes it weird when you're listening to people. So I think that
It's Fleetwood Mac. I thought it was all sex noises.
it's just.
As long as I've known you, I would compare you to the kiss from the rose on a grave.
I love that song. If I have a good set, I do this for real. If I'm doing a weekend or a good show, and when I'm done and I'm driving home, I'll play that song in the car as loud as I can, and I'll sing along with it. Probably about 40 times on the way home.
And I know you know the right words.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
You've
they're
corrected me.
I wanted to do a joke about it because it's kind of creepy. It's like now that your
rose is in bloom.
now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. Are you raping someone, Seal? What is going on? And it's just like your eyes become wide, and he's doing coke and raping women. Is what it sounds like if you read the lyrics.
And the light that you shine can be seen.
Yeah, that's the officer flashing his flashlight in his eye. Like, sir, your pupils are dilated. You're going to jail. How'd you really get those scars, Seal? Whose father burned you? What happened here? Yeah, I think for one more lyric, just throw it in, I'll say, if you don't love me now, then you'll never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never.
Do you have like a particular? Do you have like a particular song like you go up to when you do, like to get you in the zone for doing comedy?
There's a couple I like. I think "Sure Shot" by Beastie Boys I like a lot. That's the one I've chosen the most probably.
I've heard that one the most.
Yeah,
and I like that too. It's a good like. Oh shit, what's happening now?
Yeah, I like when
you gotta start hot because if you ever have like one of those shows where they're like this song, and they're like, clearly you want the chorus, and they're like, all right. 30-second instrumental to open it. I'll be like, well, okay.
I hate when like I've done these shows where like because I don't prefer music. I don't care. Like I'll pick a song if you tell me. I'm not gonna make a big deal, but I don't have to have one. But some of these places they don't let you pick, and I hate when some of the bad ones I've gotten are like I'll go up to rap I've never heard of, and it's like a black audience and they're looking at me like I'm supposed to dance or something. I'm like. I don't have a problem with you guys.
Yeah, I just do the rock away. I lean back.
Yeah. But the worst, AC/DC. I fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Highway to hell. Like,
I just go up to Blue Contrail, hit them on style.
Mumford & Sons.
Yeah.
So this wasn't really in one of my original questions, but I was sitting here earlier and just looking up some stuff, and I found something interesting. It's trending on Reddit recently, and... it says here that George Carlin said, think of how stupid the average person is and realize half of them are stupider than that. What real-life example do you think either one of you has seen that validates this view?
Real life. It's just everybody. Just like, for example, with obviously, we try not to do too much Corona talk because it's everywhere, but I went to the Academy by my house the other day to buy some tank tops, and just so you know, my style right now.
Yeah, essential.
I'm only essentials. I'm only leaving the house when I have to.
You have to have a comfortable around the house wear.
Yeah, exactly, and it needs to be Nike, and it needs to match the shoes like I don't mind.
I ran out of tank tops that are also the American flag, so I get where you're coming from.
Well, they have the good ones where my whole side titty isn't hanging out, where the sleeve still comes up to your armpit. So I was like, I'll pay $20 for that.
I just wear tank tops that they're Puerto Rico. I'm like, it's a territory, it's close enough, I get by,
I thought you only wore mesh tank tops.
Yeah, well, I have one tank top that's rainbow colored that I bought as like a joke like 10 years ago. One time I was in Florida, coming back from there, I got really sunburned. And I couldn't put on a shirt, so I had to go through like airport security and like red shorts so they wouldn't touch my legs where sunburned. And then that rainbow tank top, just getting like bad looks from all the parents. I'm like, clearly I'm sunburned. Come on, I'm not trying to do anything.
I'm not gay. I'm bi.
I'm coming back from Florida. This is where you experiment. Everybody knows that.
You're that guy that some of those families still talk about. Like, you remember that guy at the airport with the rainbow?
I had
you don't want to be like
sunglasses on because I had a headache from my sunburn. I looked like I was just coming down from coke.
Well, it didn't help that you swallowed a churro without chewing it. They were like, no gag reflex?
Yeah.
Nice shorts.
Yeah. Well, typically when you look like you're coming down from coke, you're coming down from coke.
I will say, people always quote George Carlin, but I think personally that those types of guys, those types of quotes and that kind of stuff is kind of what's the problem in comedy now, where it's less about the jokes and it's more about making good points and changing people. Because I think guys like him, the modern day philosopher thing, comes from guys like George Carlin and all that. Well, you can't argue that you're a modern day philosopher and then argue for well, they're just jokes and they don't mean anything. Like that whole like free speech thing. I think that's one of those.
Yeah.
Not knocking those guys or anything like that.
Yeah, not at all.
That mentality is kind of warped comedy where now you can't say anything you want because now there is there is a truth to it. You know, it's like
there is a line now.
Yeah, and I get that. But my thing is like I realize that, and I've thought about that a lot. And I wish I was smart enough to do stuff like Dave Chappelle and like make a point and make it funny and brilliant and all that. But I also I don't really do politics or religion much. I'll do like some wacky stuff about it. I hate saying the word wacky about my shit, but anyways. Fuck you. I just want to have fun, and I want the audience to have fun, and I just want to do good jokes. I don't care if it's about a ball sack or a priest or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't talk like politics because, like, one, I got my own ideas, but I don't want to like go up there and present me as like I'm here to convert you.
Yeah.
And then religion, I don't really have a hard opinion about. I mean, I try and convert them to Islam. You know.
Yeah, of course.
I also have. ISIS flag tank tops.
There's a chance
that's the tattoo, right?
There's a chance that they may have nailed it and got it right. I mean,
no, oddly enough, no tattoos. I want a Jewish cemetery.
Okay. Even though you're not Jewish,
I still converted to Islam, but I want to be in a Jewish cemetery.
Yeah. So. I like the irony in that. So.
And no bacon.
Yeah, no bacon.
Yeah. Well, he'll eat it raw. If you don't cook it, then it's still kosher.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You guys take that with you. But anyways, my story is I was at the academy, right, buying some tank tops, and I'm wearing a mask, and it's making my face sweat. I finally got a haircut yesterday, but my beard and mustache is all big, and it's already hot out, and I'm fat, so I'm sweating profusely through the mask. You can probably see the sweat. And I'm like, there's only one other person in the store wearing a mask, and there's people just walking around. There's no social distancing. Mm-hmm. This old guy walked in front of me and coughed, open mouth, didn't even cover it. And I was like, what the hell? I yelled it. I was like, what the hell? His wife comes behind him and looks at me. I was like, you too, Edna, move along. Fuck out of here. I was like, this is the problem.
Well, out of all the people like that not wear masks or they wear masks or they're doing this or that, I think the craziest thing is like driving by, like I was driving by Payway the other day and there was like an old couple like walking into Payway to get to-go food. I'm like, you're gonna like risk your lives
and ours
for lettuce wraps, you know? Like it's not like, oh man, I got to get to the doctor. It's like Payway, like it's like the third tier Chinese food.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was on the tier. I've never had Payway. I refuse. I just don't like the name.
It used to be good, and it's not anymore. We're sponsored by Payway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming up soon. I'll eat Payway.
Yeah, I'll say that I eat Payway. I don't care.
Yeah, it's 1-800-Flowers and Payway that is sponsored.
It's in Blue Chew. They'll be coming up soon too.
Blue Chew, target audience.
And I don't care like wear a mask, don't wear a mask, but it's just like they like I tried to go to Best Buy too, before I decided to go to Walmart and just steal a Universal remote because I don't want to pay $30 at Best Buy, and nobody still pays attention to the self checkout. But I don't care if you wear a mask or whatever, but like do something. Don't just like open mouth cough. I'm like, I went out to the store, but I haven't been like going anywhere else really. I mean, other than the mall, the store. Got some ice cream made on a park bench.
I go to Target like 3 to 4 times a day.
Well, of course. I thought that was assumed. Yeah, we all.
Look at this shirt, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
They have Massimo now.
I had an incident again where I like coughed or sneezed out in public, and everyone kind of looked at me. But this time, I wasn't outnumbered. The last time I told the story, I was at a grocery store. I had to leave because I was outnumbered by everybody giving me a funny look. I was getting a drink and out of the cooler, and everybody's distancing in line.
Gas station? Or?
Yeah, it was a gas station, and there was just like 4 people in there, including the lady that worked there, and it just hit me, and I just sneezed, sprayed it all to the side and everything.
Yeah.
You know, everybody looked at me with a real attitude, but I knew that I can kick every one of their asses, and and it was blatantly obvious because it was like three women and like a weakly looking guy. And
Jason's sizing up people.
I don't have big enough forearms for people to mistake me for being good in a fight.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I fucking sneezed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're also 6'4", and you're probably already swinging before you said anything.
Yeah. The same thing happened to me the other day. I walked in and I didn't have the mask on, and I was in Wuhan, China. Just out getting groceries. Everybody's giving me a dirty look. And I thought it was because I was an American, and I exploited them for profit. But no, it was just the mask. It was just
Yeah, I don't wear a mask every single time. I try to, but man, I did like Sunday. I did a little bit of shopping. I just wanted to get out of the house and just wanted to buy a couple things, and I wore the mask the whole day, and it was like just so sweaty and terrible. And like in one of the stores, I had to take the mask off for a minute, and then like no one was around, and someone came walking up, and I put it back on, and they weren't wearing a mask, and they gave me a look like, oh, because of me, and I was like, yeah. You look dirty, bro. You look like you smell.
None of us, like, it's the breathing is their specialty. You know? Like, I take it off, it's like a weighted vest, you know, at the end of the day. And you're like, oh, look at that. Oh, I feel it in the lungs.
I mean, although I do find that the surgical or the KN95s actually are more comfortable to wear at longer periods, as opposed to if you're wearing, like, a scarf, a bandana, or even one of these, like, ones that, like, housewives and shit are making.
I got the cheap ones from the gas station by my house that were definitely way overpriced. From the video you sent me of all the dirty Asians sitting on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're Asian dirty, not because they're Asian. I'm not calling them that. They were actually had dirt on them. But they're piled on the floor. But I was like, all right, well, I don't want to wear a bandana and accidentally join the wrong gang again. Yeah. Like, I've been in the Bloods and the Crips, and the Latin Kings didn't want to let me go, but I had to get out of there.
None of it really works for me.
Yeah, I know. Some of their policies are a little too strict.
See, I just put on the bandana and I just kind of pretend that I'm in Red Dead Redemption. That's really all my life is.
I feel like
playing Red Dead Redemption and pretending that I'm out there in the world.
I look like I'm going to rob a stagecoach.
I do feel like in those movies where they wear like get-ups and stuff, I start thinking like, if I rob somebody right now, we're like, really? They couldn't identify me.
Like,
yeah.
I went to Target and like I had the bandana on, and then I just started trying on different hats. And I was like, this is just like Red Dead. This is
yeah. Everybody's. It's crazy walking around with everybody with masks on though. It's like. It's more like anonymous. It kind of feels like I'm in a movie or show or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I have thought about like, if I rob this gas station, no one can tell.
Yeah. My identity is concealed.
Even though I just used my debit card to buy these cigarettes.
I was even telling my wife the other day, just behind masks, I see so many people behind masks now. It's like, you know, you almost can't really tell if somebody's like good looking or not, and like some people actually look. Some people from stores I shop at, like I know they're not attractive, but for some reason with that mask on, they've got beautiful eyes.
Yeah, that mystery just gives you a boner.
It's like I had like fucked the feet. I got them fixed. I got like the front fixed. Yeah,
Thanks for rubbing it in. I need $12,000 in dental.
Dental, you know, whatever. I'm purely a capitalist now. I retroactively voted for Trump. I literally like the week this was happening. That's when I got them like fixed. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to go in, and then I got home and I was like, I just couldn't stop laughing because I was like, the irony of like finally getting my teeth fixed, and I gotta wear a mask everywhere, like that's in vogue. I'm like, none of it matters. I could got this fixed whenever I fucking wanted it.
So it'll be like 6 months from now when people will be like, oh man, wow, your teeth actually look good. Hey, look at that.
I'll break them again. It's fine.
yeah, like the day they open everything up, you'll like trip and fall and break it on the stair.
Yeah. Oh, I fell on a turtle or something like that. Yeah, I bit down.
I got a couple of quick would you rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather lose an eye or lose a ball?
Ball. I feel like they're interchangeable. I mean, obviously I only have boys or girls, but I mean...
It's a 50-50 either way. You don't know which side that sperm comes out of.
Yeah, my sexuality is like the 15th thing that defines me. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can also still, I'm sure, reproduce with one nut and everything.
Yeah.
Family, friends, the political spectrum. I use a PlayStation 4, and then like way down there is... Yeah, I'm into women. It's just, it's an afterthought.
I think ball too, because I mean, my balls are getting really long now, and they're kind of in the way. They're like bangs, and I sit on them in the car. And I've heard other people do the joke.
It'll solve that problem.
Yeah, I have a joke about it, and everybody, I've heard other people make jokes about it, but like I've literally driven in the car for like an hour, and I'm like, what's my stomach hurt? And I'm sitting on one of them or both of them. I don't know. It's kind of why I bought these tighter pants too.
Which brings us to our sponsor, MyUndies.com.
No way.
I don't know.
What?
That's one of the first stand-up comedians I heard told some joke about like riding in the car and bouncing on his balls and stuff. And
yeah, it's true though. It's come to life. I've sat on my balls and gotten a stomach ache, and I'm like, do I need a Tums?
No, I think my balls are actually doing the opposite. They're going inside me. They're turning into ovaries in my later years. Yeah.
Inverting.
Yeah.
I always wonder why they call them ovaries when they're on the inside. Shouldn't they be underies?
Would you rather peel your nails out of your fingers or pull all your teeth out of your mouth?
Nails.
Nails. I
don't have much
my teeth.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of
thing.
I've had a lot of teeth pulled out also, and no, I would do nails.
Nails. Nails grow back. Teeth, like I don't have a second.
Well, I know I'm already missing a lot of my teeth. If I start pulling them out, I'm gonna be very low on my account here.
Yeah.
Here's one. Would you rather wear somebody's dirty underwear or use their toothbrush?
Dirty underwear. I don't want what they have in their mouth and mine.
Oh, I really believe in like mouthwash. So like I really think it gives everything. I believe those commercials where it suds up and all the little spores die. I'd probably go underwear. Yeah.
Underwear?
I would use their toothbrush.
You would? Yeah, that's
absolutely.
I
don't want to wear somebody's dirty underwear, man.
gagging.
It's just not going to fucking
I wouldn't be able to get it out of my head. I know
it's
me, I
gonna be
overhandle
different
those
in the
things.
summer months, but I feel like for the most part, when I take off my underwear, like go take a shower, they're not like disgusting. I think most people it's like that. Occasionally, you might have a scare, but I don't think it's an everyday thing.
I just switched underwears and I fucking love it. But the problem is they're like $30 a pair. And they're like from Duluth. They're the Armachillos with boxer briefs.
I like how you think I know different brands of underwear.
Well,
that's the only brand of underwear.
Until recently,
I
thought Hanes and Fruit of the Loom were like the same company.
They are.
Yeah,
they were like a partnership on this project.
But but the problem is like I tried one pair. I was like, order online. And then now I'm like too deep in, and now I can't go back to regular boxers. But they feel like when I do start to sweat down there, they're like cooling, so it feels like I'm wearing a York peppermint patty on my nutsack. It feels great though, dude. It's exhilarating.
It's weird to bring this up, but like I recently bought like brand new underwear, and they were like, it was the lightweight premium blah 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 from like Fruit Looms. I was like, screw it, it's unclean, so I buy it. Put them on. They're like pantyhose. Like you like see my leg hair through them, and I'm like, it does feel wonderful. Yeah. I will say that, but I'm like, I don't feel exactly secure.
Dude, I have a weird fetish for pantyhose, so you need to stop talking about it.
Yeah. You're getting this guy all boned up over it.
Yeah, you lost your virginity to a secretary from the 1950s.
Dude, that's like one of my hottest fantasies in my head.
Those wingtip glasses on, you just could. Oh, the
pointy boobs with legally called bazooms.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: is it the full pantyhose, or is it just each leg?
You mean the thigh highs?
Higher than the thigh. They had ones that went. Well, I guess thigh high.
Yeah. Well, like the thigh highs are the ones like the pantyhose that you wear that they're basically panties.
Yeah.
But I don't really care for those. Although, like I've seen some porns where like girls are going at each other and they rip them open.
Yeah. I don't watch pornography. I'm above that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Building.
That's beneath him. Yeah.
With that mustache, you have to watch porn legally now, or do porn,
or be in it.
Yeah, or do porn.
No, yeah. That's the thing is, I don't like to see myself on camera. Nobody likes themselves on the big screen.
No.
But to answer your question, I like thigh highs, like with a nice garter belt, but don't have to have the garter belt. But yeah, not fishnets.
Well, I didn't
Fishnets
ask
are different.
you. You shared that with me.
No, you asked me.
No, I did.
Yeah, you did. You literally just asked me. You're asking for it.
Okay.
All right.
Last one here for Would You Rathers. Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or have a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth?
Popcorn. If it was stuck on the back of your tongue, I would have picked the wet socks. But I hate wet socks.
Just assume it's the most annoying spot that you can think of in your teeth.
The kernel is borderline fun. It's like an activity for the day. And it's such an accomplishment with it.
This is something to do.
The socks, it's trench foot that you got to worry about.
And you'll catch a cold.
I learned that
Deeds
from Forrest Gump. You always change out your socks. I was like, yeah.
I'll remember that next time I go to Vietnam War.
Yes.
But yeah, no, wet socks, and that you have to worry about catching a cold. I hear a Jewish lady screaming in my mind, "You'll catch a cold if your socks are wet."
Yeah.
I'm not Jewish. I don't know why it's in my mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
You look like you had another question.
Yeah, it looked like you were about to pull another one. You're like,
All right.
Well, I'm finished with the Would You Rathers. So, do you watch stuff, streaming, things like that?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I feel like now like there's so much that I'm like, in order to like be a person, you just gotta like step away. There's so much like. There's so many TV shows. There's
just
so many
blasting us with TV shows in the face.
You might actually be one of the couple of people I can actually switch this up with because it was the alternative. Let's not worry about what you're Netflixing right now, but I heard you say Red Dead Redemption, which I just beat that game recently.
A perfect game.
Nice. Besides that, what are you playing?
Just started playing Call of Duty, got Warzone, and then ended up buying Modern Warfare. Replaying Far Cry.
Nice. Which one?
5, I think it is.
Okay.
The one where it's the cult.
Yeah.
Dope. I play a lot of like.
I love those kind of games.
Like I play like Star Wars: The Old Republic, but a mod. It's a game from like 15 years ago, but I'm like, it never got. It's just spaceship battles. I got simple interests.
I'm running through Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now, so I understand.
I never get into Assassin's Creed.
This is my first one.
Future pixelate, and then.
And you always have to say Assassins.
Assassin.
Yeah. There's like there's like 15 games and it's this convoluted thing, and I don't know their storyline, so
I don't either. Every one of them is a different standalone. The one I'm doing right now is the Odyssey. It's with the Roman Empire, with the Spartans and the Athenians and
God of War. That's another
good one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like those were my favorite games growing up, and they came out with the new one, and I was like, they crushed it.
They did. It's not the same thing.
It's not. It's completely different.
It's totally different story
in every way.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's not what it was.
Oh yeah, no, it's not that. It's not the type of game. It's like those games are kind of dead. That style of game, you can't really like do it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, but I have a PS4 and I have games, and I haven't played it once since quarantine's gone on.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
I haven't turned it on. I haven't played it once. I leave it in the living room and let them use it. But I almost bought Madden 20 because I saw it for like $23 the other day.
See, that's your thing. You like games that you can just play right now, get gratification, be done. It's not like an ongoing thing. I noticed.
Yeah, I don't really do the
I like a good
storylines as
story.
much.
I love a good story.
I just haven't been able to focus on those in years. And I used to love that, like the first few Red Dead Redemption, and the first few that came out. I loved like Vice City, San Andreas, those GTAs like that.
You just
GTA
have
5.
to put the time in.
Yeah, but you remember we used to sit around and play that shit for hours, but I just don't focus on it.
Well, I
Months
noticed
ago I hadn't played a video game in forever, and then I had no choice. I was like, I'm either staring at the wall, maybe going crazy, or let's turn on this PS4 and just kind of see what's going on.
Yeah,
like it's been catch up for me. Like I've been playing games for like the last 3-4 years.
Well, I like when I'm playing the games by myself to be on the story and quests and all that stuff, like the real deep stuff. And then whenever Mike and I would have game night and play games and stuff, it would be. I noticed we always did short term stuff besides Gears. It was just our tradition. We always went through
Gears
all the
of War. You got to run through. I'll play like Gears of War and stuff like that. I would play. I just haven't bought any games. So like
Call of Duty Zombies.
But zombies, I love zombies.
It starts and ends right then and there.
Yeah, there's no save. There's no coming back. How far can you get?
Yeah.
I love that. Tekken. The new Tekken was dope.
Pre all this, I mean, you knew me like before, like all the Mike shit.
I've never met you in my life, sir.
It was more about I was a club kid, I was always just like I was going out, always trying to crush it.
Yeah.
Party Monster,
Lizard Lounge.
Yeah, I was all about that. So like the gaming thing is a real departure for like my natural personality. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's do the open mic. Let's move on to the open mic. We switched it up. We'll spin the wheel. You'll go first. We'll all just kind of jump in and make fun of this topic. And you go first. Let's see what we get.
No.
Well, that's in the middle. You can give it like a good hard spin.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't want to like fling it off the table or anything.
You broke it. No, I'm sorry.
Free reign.
You can do whatever you want.
All right, let's talk about Reign of Fire. How about that?
The
Matthew
movie?
McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey
I fucking
movie.
love that
He was
movie.
jacked.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Dude, he was like that jacked with like the good V and all that. Like
The luscious V going
like-
down to his grapes, dude.
like how you would want to be if you shaved your head and had like a beard.
Oh,
like
dude.
if I could do that, that's how I'd want to look.
But guaranteed everybody on that set was like 5'5".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make him look bigger.
5'5", or as I say, Tom Cruise height.
What's
right,
crazy
Maverick.
about that is like every time I go to describe it to somebody, it sounds like I'm fucking with them, or I'm like, okay, Dragon Apocalypse. It's got Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey. They hunt him with helicopters. It's like it sounds like a fever dream or something.
Yeah.
Now, is this in the current universe or another?
It sounds like two hillbillies sat around a fire outside their trailer and came up with this concept, but I fucking love this movie.
Dude, like every
They
time
just
there's
fight
like,
dragons with a helicopter, man. Spear him right in the fucking mouth.
I always think Marlon Wayans is in it. And I remember, no, that was like, what, Dungeons and Dragons or something?
Marlon
Dungeons
Wayans?
and Dragons.
Yeah.
He's in, I think it's him, and I think is it the guy that played Superman and Lois and Clark? What's his name?
Yeah, Dean Cain.
Dean Cain. Yeah, Dean Cain.
No, I was thinking about that movie the other day, Reign of Fire. It's such a fucking great movie. I love it.
It's a gem that just kind of got passed up because it was just kind of stupid. It was like a touch stupid. And they're like, we'll move on. I think Gerald Butler, like a young version of him, is in that too. I wanted
I'd be
before
curious
he was
to check
famous,
that out.
he was in that. Yeah.
And now you know. Facts. I have like a newer joke I was going to do at the end, but since it's free reign, I'll just do it now. I was thinking about this. I like younger girls. Like
Now we're gonna go and spin again.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Too late. No, but I like younger girls. I like that you cut me off at that point. So
Younger girls, and we sing it. It just sounds like we edited past it.
I just noticed like most of my last few girlfriends were like 5-6 years younger than me, and stuff like that. But like some people like really shame you for that. It's not like I want like a 13-year-old or anything like that. I find that disgusting. You know?
Yeah. Not a pedophile. You're just emotionally immature. You can't handle a 50-year-old woman.
Exactly.
Like that's real men.
Absolutely.
I can't handle someone my age. I can't. Yeah, I just can't do it. I'm too immature and stupid. But yeah, like. So you're gonna make me feel bad? I can't have sex with this girl because she was on my niece's volleyball team. What's the big deal? Have you seen a volleyball girl's legs? They're fucking phenomenal.
There's lots of website pages dedicated to volleyball teams.
Trust me, I know. Okay. But you can't get on them because they keep tab of who goes on. You're gonna be smarter than them. But the problem is like, okay, you're gonna call me a pervert for dating a younger chick, but I can't say nothing when you get the brand new iPhone as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. Good defense in court there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure it works.
Sir, do you have the 11 Pro Max?
Yeah. It sounds like you got that all wrapped up, so I would not need to be a character witness. Don't call me if something like that happens.
No, I'm going to take a plea deal. I'm guilty.
I've never dated anybody like exceptionally younger than me. Like it's always like they're within a month of my birthday. It's like this weird. Like
Very
we got to be a Leo from this year. You got to get all my references. You know?
Yeah. No, I would be as guilty as your mustache makes you look. In that case, I would be in trouble. Yeah.
We talked about this before. My thing with like it's taller women. Like I like an attractive woman that's taller because like I'm 6 foot, so I'm not like self-conscious in any way about my height. It's just whatever. Everybody's different heights. That's my claim to fame.
Tall woman, long legs.
Yeah, but yeah, it's long. I love long legs, so therefore, like
legs all the way up.
Yeah,
she's all legs.
Yeah,
Mike is getting all boned up over here.
He's starting to swell up down there.
I feel like with Mike, I can describe any woman, and you're like, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, yeah, like she's 4'5".
Oh, yeah. Beads of sweat. Oh my god.
She's 13, is on a volleyball team. Like, oh, we looped back to it. All right.
I'm going to the bathroom.
I don't have a particular type of. Do y'all have a particular type of woman?
I like the ones that have vaginas.
Well, that's the best kind.
You're on your ridiculous standards for women. They have to have a vagina.
No, they don't. Not in 2020. I can say I'm a woman tomorrow, and it's a hate crime if you're not okay with it. I could literally sue the mustache right off of you. If we do go to court, I do want the mustache. I do. That's a have to have.
I'm glad. This is why I came on the podcast to talk about transgender rights, to convert you to however I think is right.
Somebody has to take a stance.
Oh, yeah.
I like that you said however I think is right.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
I took no stance in any way. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on most things. That's why people are like, "What's your thought on this?" I'm like, do you? I don't know.
I don't know. Is there any pizza left?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna spin the wheel now. Let's see what we get here. Neighbors. You got any bad neighbor stories? My new neighbors, like behind us, we had neighbors move in a few months ago, and I was trying to write a joke about it, but they're those neighbors I think a lot of people have had, at least in the neighborhood, where they kind of just... Yeah, dirty, stinking. No, I'm just kidding. They kind of just sit in their backyard and speak Ebonics and rev their engine a lot. And like it's
What's
a shitty...
Ebonics?
It's like the working in of like street talk, brother.
No, I was gonna try and get you to say
like jive.
Yeah.
You want to talk some jive?
That's what we do. We try to get people to say it.
You tiptoed around it, and I was like, let's see how he does.
So these negotiators,
these urbans,
these dirty Nicaraguans, no, but they just kind of rev their engine a lot, and they're always back there, and they say things like, I hear them scream things like, "Man, that hoe sound good." And the problem is, like, I would rob them because I know when they're not home because there's no engine running. But I also know they don't have money because I hear them say things like, "Man, that hoe sound good." Yeah. And plus, I can hear your Honda.
Yeah, anybody working on their car doesn't have money. That's just a fact. Unless you're Jay Leno, you don't have money.
Yeah.
Like
if you work out of your car because you have to, then it's because you're broke.
Yeah. No, that doesn't look like a hobby, sir.
Yeah.
No. It looks like you can't get to work until that water pump gets put on.
Yeah.
I had neighbors that like they were constantly fighting for like 2 months, just screaming at each other. And but it was like, I don't know, maybe I came from a broken home, but like the muffled screaming didn't bother me. I was like, I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know? It's fine. But I remember like one day they weren't arguing. They weren't arguing for a few days.
Call the police.
Uh-oh. And then I was standing out the balcony, and then I heard her talking to her friend on the balcony. I was like, oh, okay, she murdered him.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't have to report this. I don't have to get involved.
No. We're probably better off.
You have closure on the story, at least, for yourself.
Plus, his voice was the one that carried. so we don't really need him.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I
was all bass. She was treble. I don't know.
I have a couple of odd neighbors by me.
She was troubled and he was troubled. Couldn't help myself. Sorry.
I'm on a cul-de-sac, and so everyone in the cul-de-sac is totally fine with each other. We're all wave, friendly, talk, chat, whatever. The guy next to me to the left, he's obviously the first house not on the cul-de-sac, so I think he has like cul-de-sac fucking syndrome or something, lack of, But he, 2 years living there, never waved at me, doesn't make eye contact, doesn't smile. Him and his wife do the same thing. And every time we see this guy out there chopping wood, my son and I, because this guy struggles so bad at it. You've seen the videos.
Yeah.
You live in a cul-de-sac, but you chop wood. I can't.
No, the guy next door, he chops wood like for their fire or whatever.
Well, they're hipsters. He's out there in
is
like
it
a
cul-de-sac
nice.
in the woods? Because like I grew up in the suburbs, and every cul-de-sac I've ever seen, it's like, that skinny little tree that was planted like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, it's an older neighborhood.
Okay.
I live in an area that has established houses from like the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah,
But it looks
those
like
trees are ruining your foundation.
They
You know what I
absolutely
mean?
are.
That's what you can't have an in-ground pool. I mean, yeah.
And my son and I, we actually every time he's out there, and this guy struggles at chopping the wood, but bless him, he does it anyway. We play like motivating music, like Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
And like just anything we can that's just positive, just to blast it out the window, but kind of still make fun of him and laugh at him and shit.
Yeah.
There's that with this guy, but behind us,
Doing this to make y'all feel comfortable.
thank you. All the neighbors behind us are constantly doing they're fucking, and they have the windows open all the time. So I don't know if they know that we know. They know that they can see us over the fence.
You only do that because you want your neighbors to know. You can close a window. It's pretty easy.
It's kind
Say
of
something.
obvious.
I like go to great measures to make sure there's no light in my room when I have sex. Like a ritual. I got to make sure it's dark.
Or people.
Yeah, exactly. There's people. Why am I gonna have sex in here? There's people in here.
That's the thing is like I've noticed like I lived in like a shittier apartment. I was like older, and I could always just instantly tell when like my upstairs neighbors were having sex. It was just like that creak in the floorboard that's just repetitive, and just right there, and like there's nothing else that's going on up there.
Well, they could be tap dancing.
no,
It was more like metronome, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the rhythm is what makes her come. I've found that out.
Yeah,
So
I would take
get
out
a
little
steady rhythm and
tambourines I
stay
would
there.
dance along with it. Yeah, like I could be a love interest in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I wanted. Are you gonna spin it? Okay. I had an idea, but we'll do it in that. Give it a better spin than that.
Not so easy. Yo mama.
Your mama jokes. Your mama's so tender she made me gay. Go ahead. You get it. Your mama jokes?
Your mama's so skinny she got a hang glide from a Dorito.
Oh man, I don't play black rooms. I'm not good at yo mama jokes. I respect everybody. I grew up in a culture of you don't talk about people's mothers. Every family's going through something.
People are more sensitive nowadays.
Yeah, I know. I feel like your mama jokes aren't as prevalent as they used to be.
Well,
I heard someone say prevalent on TV, and I wanted to use it today.
I remember when I was younger, somebody like said a bunch of yo mama jokes to me, and then I was like, I'd never come across them. So I told my mom when I got home, I was like, yeah, they said yo mama, and I like told her, and then my mom cried. She's like, why would they say such awful things? And I was like, this is why I don't do yo mama. That's why I just don't do that.
They can't say that you're fat and skinny and broke and ugly and this all at the same
The
time.
weirdest looking lady I've ever seen in my life. Call the police, a scientist, I don't know, a doctor. I remember, do you remember Nutty Professor? When Eddie Murphy started doing Yo Mama jokes, and he's like, your mama's so fine, she got her nails painted at Earl Scheib. And there was no internet back then when it came out, so I had to like ask around what Earl Scheib was.
What's Earl Scheib? Yeah,
What is it?
being from Chicago, Earl Scheib's like a big paint job place
Yeah,
out there.
and
Body shop.
somebody told me, I was like,
I thought it was a rapper. I thought it was like, Tribe Called Quest or something. The members in that. I was like,
There
okay.
you go.
All right, yeah.
I think that's racist, but I don't know. I'll look it up when the podcast
I don't
is
know
over.
enough about 90s rap that had meaning.
I might bleep out a lot of the things you said today.
Dude, something like you've probably seen like the YouTube video. It's something I always think of like when people talk about like 90s rap and how like it had so much soul to it, and like it really they were trying to do something. It's different. They had the roots and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like that.
back that ass up was poetry.
not the mainstream stuff. The stuff that you had to get on cassette. but
Back to the Hotel by In Too Deep. I had that.
I think of Common doing that Gap commercial, and I was like, none of it meant anything. Okay, he was in Terminator Salvation.
Smoking Aces.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
I did want to talk about, speaking of movies, the subject you had earlier that I guess we skipped over or whatever.
Yeah.
But what was the question again? I don't remember what it was.
Which one?
The one about movies, like remakes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So hang on a second.
While we have this pause, we'd like to thank our sponsor.
It's
Michelob Ultralight prickly pear flavored. Yeah.
Prickly pear sounds like a sexual assault.
Dude, it's actually one of the rare natural cures for hangovers. Drink prickly pear juice. You just learn that, audience. Okay.
Yeah, I do like a couple of shots of. I do a couple shots of just regular pickle juice, no matter what.
I punch a baby and I go to sleep and I feel great in the morning. That's it. You punch that baby, he's got your hangover now.
I gotta find a baby though, no matter what.
Oh, there's babies around. I can get you a baby.
What always sobers me up is crashing my car. It's the only cure for it.
Dude, that puts me to sleep. I'm so familiar.
I'm like, I got reported stolen, and then I run away.
So instead of rebooting movies, it became a trend to retell them from a different character's perspective. Let's imagine that was something that would be a reality. What film would you want to see that's retold, and from whose point of view?
As it turns out, this podcast is sponsored by Reddit. Yeah, I didn't know. Thanks for the gold, kind strangers.
I just downloaded the app recently, and I've been reading a lot. I get notifications.
I've been a lurker for a long time. From a different perspective.
See, like an example. Give us some examples.
I'll give you an example. So, like Top Gun told from Iceman's story, from his perspective, or Mean Girls told by Regina George.
I want to see Mean Girls told by Medea.
Forrest Gump told from Jenny's perspective.
I want to see Forrest Gump from Medea also. I want to see Medea just redo everything.
Just everything?
I want her to be Luke from
She's like, it don't make no damn sense.
Yeah. Kiss my sister, what the hell? Hello? Was that racist? Was that racist? Did I do a racist?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I stopped talking because I was like, I'm not part of this. I go to this now. Yeah.
I thought you were just lathering up your swastika tattoo.
I've got two black friends to,
Child, please!
Yeah, but there was what was me and you were talking about a Star Wars one, and I'm not like a Star Wars nerd, but I've seen the movies. I waited until I was like 33 before I saw any of them.
Yeah.
So that was about 30 years ago. But there was one of the Star Wars.
I would like Captain Phasma's story.
Captain Phasma, who played Bree from Tarth on the
Game of Thrones. Nothing in that. It was such a build up in
minor.
That would be a great spin-off movie.
Hey, you might know then. I forget which one it was, but it was the. Have you seen all the Star Wars movies? Okay, so the
look at his mustache.
Yeah, come on.
He has a couple of
one of the guys
DVDs
that was with the Empire, and he was just like a spine and a something in there, and he that motherfucker moved around quick, and he was big, and he walked around all steampunky and.
He was a spy?
No. He was like one of the Empire lead. He was in charge. He was in charge on one of these movies where this guy was. Man, I'm gonna find who it is. I can't keep talking about it.
I don't know.
Is it old trilogy, prequel, or sequel trilogy?
Was it Rogue One?
Oh, the robot guy?
Yeah.
The one that's like bleep, bleep. I don't know. It's letters and numbers.
That's racist against robots.
No, I censored myself. It's fine.
Okay.
I didn't actually say it.
Okay.
No, it was he was a bad guy. He was like kind of badass.
Saw Gerrero or whatever. The Forrest Whitaker.
No, not him.
See, I thought about from Rogue One. There's a few different characters like Forrest Whitaker, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. I don't know his actual name, but
I want to see his rise. I want it from his perspective. It's shot from his perspective. It's just a black screen and just explosions going off. And he's just getting himself there. He's like, I'm one with the Force. He's just terrified.
But it also starts off like, are these my black pants or blue pants? Tell me what color. I don't know. I don't know what color is. I don't know.
He just occasionally clip out. He has no pants on because he just never checked that. He forgot to check off that Braille box.
What are you going to do? I'm blind. I can't find my pants. Arrest me for being blind.
Yeah, that's why he got to that switch without them shooting. I'm not going to shoot a blind guy.
What are you supposed to do with it?
They shot him in the leg.
How about Bird Box from that guy who forced people's eyes open's perspective?
Oh, yeah.
I'd also like to see that from Medea.
I would just like to not have seen that movie. I did not like it. Though, shout out to Sandra Bullock. She has been a childhood crush all the way into being
She's
a
a
grown-up.
rock in my world,
She
dude.
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Damn
But
you, Jesse James.
Before
Started
we
with
get
speed.
before we get too far removed, sorry to cut you off, but on the Star Wars thing, I just had a thought. Like, and me and you have talked about this. It still drives me crazy. They still haven't covered like all the stuff that made Darth Vader a bad guy. Like they've always said, he's a bad guy, and they see him when like he becomes Darth Vader.
Or he
But
goes
they
to the dark
like all the
side.
stuff like when he takes over, they just like, oh no, yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But they don't actually
Well, yeah,
show anything
there's
about
that gap from 3 to 4.
It's like
you know?
Jesus.
Yeah.
They like skip like all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
he's like curing lepers and he was just sucking his mom's tit the other day.
Well, chances are it's probably film genius, probably saving those gaps to knowing that it was going to probably be something that was made later.
Dude, it's something I've learned from like just reading about is like George Lucas had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah,
Like, the
exactly.
whole
I don't
time,
think it's film
they were
genius
like,
at all.
The genius dudes. I was like, no, it's crazy popular and has diehard fans. So they built all this stuff. This guy, he was
They're
just
just
really
improvising
like-
as they
He
go.
was- yeah,
I think because I mean he went backwards. I think he wrote a movie. He's like, oh shit, I should have done this one first. He's like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Well, they never
do it
could have
this
done the technology of 1, 2, and 3 at all, in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
the
get
very
the-
first ones are still like.
What happened?
I'm one of the ones that would love if they remade those old ones and would watch them. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
To accurately get like the facial animation of a racist character like Jar Jar Binks. I mean, there's just no way they could have done it. They would have had to done it with makeup, and it would have been even more offensive.
Yeah.
They had to spend more money on that level of racism. So
I still say episode 1 would have been perfect if you just cut out Jar Jar's character. I think it is actually an amazing movie that people just don't appreciate it.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I
so
would actually
much.
say the first one is my least favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, episode 1 is my least favorite.
I think
one.
Clone Wars is
Which
Attack
one
of
is-
Clones is kind of garbage just till the end, and then it's so cool
With the war,
for
yeah.
like 20 minutes that
Yeah.
you're like you forget the rest is just kind of there.
filler.
This is episode 1 where they find Anakin and
Yeah.
it's got
Yeah,
fucking,
the little
Liam Neeson.
the racing thing and the
Yeah,
little
where,
pod.
as it turns out, everybody all knew each other forever.
Yeah.
yeah. That pod racing, that's like a sick ass. Like that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I like that one a lot. I didn't like the Jim Henson aspects of that one. Which was the one with Jim?
Return of the Jedi
Yeah, where they did like the
with the
80s
Ewoks.
Yeah, where they do like the sing along with all the people in with just all the Muppets.
Yeah, it was the Ewok.
It's like
that was,
clearly this isn't the same movie. Like
Yeah.
those
that was
are
Return
Muppets.
of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So it'd been what was that? 4, 5, 6, episode 6.
Yeah, that was Return of the Jedi. That's like when he's in like the bar or whatever. That's like Jabba's. And
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of like.
The little blue.
They look like a
elephant.
bunch of they're like shaved elephants. Like it's just lazy. Yeah.
You know what I've always wondered? Like if you were in the Star Wars universe, you know, you go planet to planet, and there's like aliens, and that's just normal. Like there's like a rock talking over here in a corner to something that looks like an arrow or something or whatever. Like, do you have sex with those things?
Oh yeah.
And like, is it just weird that like just for the sake of this universe, there's also humans everywhere mixed in with the aliens?
Yeah, I mean, you almost
Pretty
have to.
convenient. Yeah, but would you have like? Are you
What do you
supposed
think,
to
like,
fuck the
in the
aliens or not?
future- Yeah, you think in the future there'd be no judgment on like whatever. You're like, oh, my girlfriend's not that hot. And they're like, oh, your friends go to make fun of me. Like, fuck a blue chick. Like, shut up.
Yeah,
Like, no, yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, there's like
your
it's-
girlfriend only has half a pussy, so I don't want to hear
It'd be
anything.
like it'll be a weird fetish, and then it like after 100 years in growth, it'll be like a normal thing. Where you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just my thing. That's the way.
I wonder if a red and
God,
a blue.
maybe I don't know if there's religion in the future.
What if like a red and blue alien? Would they make a purple baby?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like red and blue, and then just like it has 3 legs, and it's like crying. Like, kill me. Like, oh, we fucked up. We thought it would be like a cool like blend. I don't know.
Those
Like,
species
thought
don't
it would be,
mix.
like paint samples.
It's all pain. He only knows pain. How are we doing on time over there? Want to move into some crime stories?
Yeah.
Let's pause for the crime theme. That's actually how we have to do it.
All right, you ready? So, you remember from Straight Outta Compton, Eazy-E, the actor that played him. Just recently, he actually got in trouble. There was a misunderstanding, is what his representatives are saying. So the headline was Straight Outta Compton actor Jason Mitchell arrested for possession of guns and drugs. What happened was he was pulled over in Gulfport, Mississippi, and he ended up having his SUV searched by the police for whatever reason.
Well, yeah, he's in Gulfport, Mississippi. They search all black guys there.
Yeah, they were actually on.
Not
set.
saying it's
they
okay.
They were filming a scene in a movie, and that was part of it, and they still arrested him.
Yeah,
yeah. He
Still, like, sir, like, I'm working.
Yeah, we're gonna need that video that proves.
Yeah.
Let me talk to the director. Is he the white guy? Okay, let me see him.
Of course.
It's not easy being yeah.
So they
We're just gonna walk by that dumb joke.
This is all still alleged because everything is still ongoing. Of course, it's brand new. But while performing the search, they allegedly found 2 pounds of marijuana, broken up into separate packages, looked like it was for distribution, and they also found a large amount of ecstasy, enough for 1,300 doses.
That's pretty much the death penalty when you get caught with that shit.
That's serious shit.
Yeah, there isn't like each ecstasy tab, don't they count as like manslaughter?
They used to say that. I don't know if that's the case now.
But if you got like 1,300 of them, that's...
They all got out of that stuff. Isn't that the whole storyline of Straight Outta Compton? Is like them kind of getting out of trouble and stuff like that, and avoiding Suge Knight. It's like he'll be fine.
And then ironically, the actor is involved in doing that.
That's weird. Like they got the. Did they actually say like having pot in like the Ziploc bags was making it ready for distribution?
I mean,
yeah, that's
nobody sprinkles pot across their car. It's like they can just have it in a bag.
No, but they say if you have like if you get pulled over with weed in a bunch of different bags, they'll arrest you for intent to distribute.
Yeah.
'Cause they'll say you're a weed dealer. But I've always thought, like, what if you just had a bunch of different strands? What if you're just like, I don't want to mix it. Like, this is Skywalker, this is Kush, this is Sour Dream.
When you're in a state that's legal, that's fine.
No, it doesn't matter.
Here's
The
what you
weed's
do.
not illegal.
You get one of those like pill cases that old people have, and you're like Monday, Tuesday, and they can't argue. Like, no, this is for me.
This is monkberry.
Yeah,
This is fucking sativa.
Well, that's not all that was found in his car. He was also found with 2 firearms, a Glock 9mm pistol and an AK-47.
When you absolutely, positively must kill every motherfucker in the room.
Except
AK-47.
no substitutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ruined the end of that for me, but it's okay.
Well, I said the right answer. But
Yeah, I know, but
he fixed it. That's
yeah, I
it's
edited.
fine.
It was
Now
more
you're gonna resent him
streamlined
forever.
and it was cooler, but
I was thinking we were going to jinx, but I was wrong.
well,
So.
you still owe me some coke.
So what happened is he was arrested, obviously booked in the jail. There you go, picture,
That's a
mugshot.
dude in jail.
And his people say that this was a complete misunderstanding, and the justice system will help get it figured out.
They were for the community.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
misunderstanding.
I was bringing this weed to people that needed it.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to let me out so I can pay someone to go to jail for me.
I was out here in the middle of nowhere to dispose of them properly. Okay.
Yeah, we had a miscommunication. They took the money as evidence. That was a bribe. You were supposed to not say anything. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. Go get the money back out.
Fuck that up too.
Yeah. So isn't he like still been? Didn't he get more work after that movie?
Well, he ended up. He was on the show The Shy on Showtime, and
I feel like I've seen him in something else.
yeah, he got fired from that show. He got let go from that show because he was difficult to work with. Is what people are saying.
Yeah, he's
Well, he was taking a lot of-
AK-47s to the set.
And ecstasy.
Well, he was taking a lot of ecstasy, so it's not that he was difficult to work with. He was difficult to
Yeah,
understand.
to just get level, he had to take 1,300 pills of ecstasy.
Yeah.
I mean,
This guy's under a lot of
That's
pressure.
a day. That's a big habit. He needs that job.
This is personal.
I can sympathize though. Like, there's a part of me that's like, maybe it is just for him because I'm one of those people like, you buy in bulk. You know, you
Sam's
just
Club,
load up. Yeah,
Costco.
you don't go to the liquor store and buy one bottle of.
You don't buy 40
You
little
rob it with
airplane
an
bottles.
AK-47. No.
Yeah, you don't buy a bunch of those little airplane bottles.
Yeah, no.
Makes no sense.
No, you shove a bottle down your pants and you leave. Of
Like everyone else.
course. Am I taking crazy pills? Wow, that's just weird. Like, why would you set yourself... And, like, if you have movie star money, why not pay one of your lackeys to drive it for
Well,
you?
I mean, you don't know this guy's business. I mean, maybe that money's running out. Maybe he's trying to get the bag.
Yeah, why don't you try reading your lines and not be difficult to work
went
with?
on video on demand straight out of Compton. Let's help him out. Okay? All right, yeah.
We can like just stream it.
Yeah, vote with your wallet. Oh.
Yeah, well, we can't film movies because of the quarantine, but we can sell drugs.
Something kind of interesting happened recently. There was actually a crime that was pretty much straight out of Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I knew you.
Show Josh doesn't watch. Not appreciate.
Well, I've been watching. Go ahead.
Well, I knew that you'd appreciate it because I knew you like that show.
Yeah, I like that, but I've also been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, so I'm picking up too many mannerisms with
I
Larry
love
David.
Curb
I
Your
gotta stop.
Enthusiasm, but I think Seinfeld is the same problem I have with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where I like it at first, and then I'm like, all these people are awful, and then I can't watch the show.
Yeah, Always Sunny, I fucking absolutely love. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time.
I used to absolutely love it, and then I just one day just like clicked. I'm like, all these people are awful. I hate this. Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's just him.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like the focus.
True.
The newest season of Always Sunny, though, fucking hilarious. I just watched it for the second time.
Like brand new.
The newest one, season 14. Season 13 I thought was okay.
I
You
started
watched
watching
the
it.
Nick?
Yeah, the Nick.
I watched some
first
episodes
season
of
was
that.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
watched-
Sweet D. I gave her some.
Yeah,
I gave
dude,
her a shot.
Yeah, dude, that was.
They canceled her when she was just getting some traction.
She got some face work done.
Did she?
Yeah.
She probably had to. Fucking bird. I'm just saying. Always Sunny. I can't help it. I like. I think it's on the newest season too, where at one point I don't have the context for the situation, but FX is kind of just letting them do whatever they want. They're like saying fuck and stuff, but they're saying something. They're all sitting there in a row, and Mac's sitting next to D. And it's like the end of the episode. They're wrapping up, and he goes, "If we take anything away from this day, just know that D is a nasty fucking bitch." I fucking lost. I don't know. I lost it.
Okay, so this is basically a case of crime or life imitating art, or at least, the classic sitcoms. A judge ruled that a man in Columbianville, Michigan, will stand trial for a crime that seems inspired by the Seinfeld episode. Brian Edwards Everidge is accused of bringing 10,000 bottles and aluminum cans in a budget box truck to Michigan, where the deposit is 10 cents. Highest paying in the nation, by the way. We don't have a can or anything. We don't have a bottle return here in Texas. No, but you can...
Well, they say on the back 10 cents.
But it says where in the states. It tells you which states. Yeah, it tells you which ones. So 10 cents is the biggest paying. It's Michigan. Kentucky.
Was that Kramer and fucking Newman in the mail trucks?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, this guy, he lives in Michigan. It's actually illegal to transport the state lines with these items to go sell in another state. That's actually illegal. He said he didn't know that it was illegal or whatever. But
Over-regulation by the government, not allowing a free market.
exactly. I mean, why can these people get paid on it here and I can't?
You said a lot of words.
Yeah.
So he's charged with 1 count of beverage return of non-refundable bottles, a felony punishable by up to 5 years behind bars.
A felony?
$5,000.
He's going to be in prison with rapers and murderers.
Yeah.
And they're like, what you here for, Coke?
Yeah.
A cola?
Yeah. They're arguing that he filled all the bottles with ecstasy, so he has just a sentence. Yeah.
Well, did he explain to the officers it's Coke Zero cans?
He was supposed to go meet up with that guy from NWA. Always whatever. Straight out of Compton. Yeah. So anyway, he was arrested because he was driving 12 miles over the speed limit. Good thing you don't. That's why you don't.
Yeah, set my cruise control, and that's where I am, baby.
The cop got suspicious. He just saw that he was like, let me look in the truck. He looked in the truck. He saw a ton of bags filled with cans and bottles. This guy said, yeah, I was taking these cans to go sell them in Michigan so I can make more money.
Yeah.
And the cop was like,
Get on the fucking ground!
I'm surprised the cop remembers that law. Like, you can't take cans nowhere.
Yeah, like you had to look that up in a book or something. Like, there's gotta be something
I
to
feel
get
like-
this fucker on.
I feel like there was a situation too where it was just like, okay, all these bottles and cans, all right, go ahead and hang tight for a minute. And then
You got in
went
the
back,
car, got
got
in
in
the
the car,
walkie.
made a few phone calls.
This dude's got a bunch of cans in his truck.
Can we get the Department of Recycling? Does that exist? I don't know.
You got like Gail from the station chiming in. She's like, just so you know, you can't carry across state lines with
Well-
those bottles.
Well, Gail says, and I think that's what they booked him on. Yeah.
Where was he at?
As in, he was coming from Kentucky going to Michigan.
So he was like probably in Missouri, Kentucky, somewhere. I don't know.
He was heading out of Kentucky.
Indiana, maybe.
Here's the argument that they've already posed for him is that the fact that they don't believe that he can actually be charged for this because he was still caught in Kentucky with all the cans. And he actually didn't do the crime. Like,
Yeah, he didn't even cross the
sell them
lines.
yet. He didn't sell them yet.
Intent to distribute. Recyclables.
They'll find a reason,
Yeah.
but he'll plea it down. I mean,
Yeah.
Like if you're in a legal state with weed, you drive to the border with weed in your car, you're fine. Like if you stop at the border and get out of your car,
No, none of these laws.
What are you
They just
gonna do?
agreed.
yeah.
That's
No, we're just
ridiculous.
saying, yeah.
He didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. All right.
All right.
We did it right in an hour.
Okay. We're at an hour.
Yeah.
This was fun. Thanks for coming, man. I'm glad you came out here. and showed us your new mustache. That's really cool, man. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's part of the brand. Okay, I set myself apart, and that's why I made it longer than Joey Johnson's. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, show him up a little bit.
It's about your damn time. Now stick your arm and tattoo ink.
Yeah. All right, now I get to announce all my upcoming shows, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. This is the point.
There's none of them stay inside. All right, there we go. All right.
Do you want to give us your social media or anything?
I'll give you my social security number.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's at Elric Josh. So just my name, Josh Elric. Yeah.
Okay.
Reversed. Flip it.
How do you spell Elric? Because
E-L-R-I-C-K.
both of our listeners aren't good spellers.
Yeah. The two of you. Yeah.
It's spelled N-I-G. See, I didn't cross the line. I stayed at the state line.
Yeah, it's Elric with a hard R.
All right. We can't get canceled if nobody likes us in the first place. So
there's nobody to complain.
Yeah. I mean, there is, and they will, but
fuck them.
Yeah, doesn't matter. No, well, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. Find us on social media, The Open Mic Podcast. Mike is spelled like M-I-K-E. On Instagram, it's at The Open Mic Podcast. You can search on Facebook. What's the Twitter handle, Jason?
Open Mic 5000.
I'm always too high to remember that. I kind of refuse because he put 5,000 in there.
Just open mic times 5,000. I think it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Well, the open mic podcast, I think it was too long, and then open mic podcast was already taken. So
yeah, there's a few other open mic podcasts. If you're hearing them, you're not hearing this. So that's just the fact.
Yeah, fuck them too.
Yeah, they're not that good. It's like a lawyer. And he's like, I'm Mike, and this is a podcast.
Okay, my real handle is actually at the Open Mic Podcast. I'm sorry.
I
didn't want to be that guy, but yeah.
Hey, lock the door.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go check out Josh's new underwear, and thank you guys. Follow, like, subscribe, and find us wherever. Bye. We're done.